Hello, everyone, and a very good evening. Welcome to our keynote address. I would like to welcome our speaker for the address, Mr. Jonathan Taylor, Content Partnerships and Business Development, Stadia at Google. I would like to request all the delegates to keep posting their questions in the chat box, and our speaker will address a selected few towards the end of the session. Over to you, Jonathan.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Good evening to everyone. Good morning from California. It's a great pleasure to be here and to talk to you a little bit today about Stadia. First, I'd like to just give you a little introduction about myself and tell you a little about who I am. So I joined Google as an MBA intern in 2012 and then joined full-time in 2013. I was originally in the finance area where I supported Chromecast and the Chrome browser businesses. In 2015, I was able to partner with a small select group of people that were working on the early stages of Stadia. So I was one of the first 10 people to start working on the product. And I actually had the opportunity to get my hands on really early on and be one of the first people on the team and build the original business model for the business. I ultimately then moved over to the content development team, business development team, where I still am today, and I focus on game partnerships and working with game developers and publishers to bring their games over to the Stadia platform. So some of you may be asking, what is Stadia? Stadia is Google's new game streaming platform, which is a service that enables you to play high-end AAA games across multiple screens with one click of a button without the need for you to buy an expensive console or a high-end gaming PC. The platform was launched last November, so we're now a year old, and we are currently live in 14 countries across North America and Europe. So the goal of Stadia and what we enable players to do is to have high-end gaming experiences up to 4K at 60 frames per second with HDR and surround sound. Again, that's across multiple screens. So today, we know most players are playing across television, on their computers, and also mobile. And on all of those platforms across the world today, there are 2 billion players that are enjoying gaming experiences. So at Stadia, we have a platform that enables gamers to play on all of those devices with just, again, the simple click of a button. So on televisions, you enable you to play on smart TVs as well as cast devices. So you can just plug in your Chromecast in the back of your television, and immediately you can start playing high-end AAA games. Across PC, Mac, and Chromebook, you can play directly by just using the Chrome browser. And on mobile, you can start playing across select Android devices. And we just announced last week that we're going to start experiments on iOS gameplay as well. So we look to that coming very soon. And this is all possible because we are leveraging Google's massive investment in data centers and infrastructure. And so we're bringing this new platform at scale. And again, you don't need to go out there and buy an expensive new piece of hardware to be able to access this platform. Stadia is free to play. And once you sign up for it, you actually get $10. And we enable you to have access for 1 month to our subscription service that enables you to have a select catalog of games as well. So one of the mantras in the early days is something that we used to just start off as a bit of a joke, but our new gaming platform is our data centers. And so what you're looking at is actually a photo right now of Stadia in one of Google's data centers. And so, again, just the massive investment in bringing together the client and server in one space and doing that at large scales. We're really excited about the new type of gaming experiences, and I'll get into that in just a second, that this kind of infrastructure will enable developers to build and also gamers to experience. So there are a few advantages to Google's architecture and what it's going to do to revolutionize game development. First, on the multiplayer front, again, you're able to have sub-millisecond interactions between the client and server because, again, they're in the same space sitting within the data centers. And in time, you'll start to be able to see that the ability to have larger multiplayer experience is something that this type of architecture will enable. So, for example, you can perhaps have battle royale experiences that aren't just limited to 100 players, but to up to 1,000 players. Simulation is something that is really powerful as well. So the ability for you to have larger game worlds, more NPCs in those worlds, interacting in more real time is something that, again, is one of the key benefits of this architecture. Intelligence. So across Google, there are a number of investments that the company has made across artificial intelligence as well as machine learning, and a lot of those APIs will start to leverage those to enable smarter and more enhanced gameplay experiences that are more personalized, specific to you as a player. And finally, really excited about this, but leveraging YouTube to have more unique game playing and viewing experiences. Every single day, hundreds of millions of people are logged into YouTube and interacting with gaming content on that platform. And so we're bringing out some new tools and APIs, experiences that will enable gamers and viewers again to have a more interactive experiences. And so the very first of those are coming out right now. So we have in a select few titles some of our new features focused on crowd play, the ability for the gaming audience to interact with games that are happening live via YouTube and change what's dynamically happening within those games. We have crowd play where people can queue up on YouTube and sign up to be able to jump through a stream and start immediately playing with some of their favorite streamers. And we also have some more exciting tools that will be coming out shortly as well. So as I said earlier, Stadia currently is live in 14 countries. So right now that's the US, Canada, and Europe. That's the United Kingdom, France, Germany, Spain, Italy, Netherlands, Denmark, Norway, Finland, Sweden, Belgium, and Ireland. And we know that there are many gamers across the world that are very excited. Every single day on our Reddit, one of the most popular requests is to bring Stadia to another region. Right now, do not have anything to announce on that front, but we are constantly sort of looking, examining, and studying different markets. And right now, these are the 14 countries that we are launched in, but we're constantly studying more. And today, Stadia is over a year old, and we by the end of this year will have over 100 plus games on the platform. And my team, again, we're focused on working on game partnerships. There will be many, many more coming in 2021. Just a select highlight of some of the games that have come to the platform. So Cyberpunk will be coming in December as a SimShip title. We've SimShipped the Avengers, Doom Eternal. Those are some of the more notable titles on the platform. But also, again, in our subscription service, there are in November 31 games that if you decide to subscribe into, you will have access to add to your catalog, to your library of games that you will be able to instantly play across multiple different screens. And so Stadia is constantly getting better, evolving, and growing. And so we're really excited about where we are, but also where we're going into the future. And that was just a quick highlight and overview of Stadia. And so I'll leave it there.
So, one question that most of our delegates have, Jonathan, is when is Stadia coming to India?
So, yeah, as I said, I have nothing to announce on that front. We're live in 14 countries, constantly looking, studying, looking at market dynamics and others, but nothing to announce regarding market expansion at this time.
And another question coming in is, why do most of the games require more disk space than the initial download?
I'm not sure I quite understand that question. The reason for that is one of the benefits of Stadia is that you actually don't run into those disk space and uh, uh, limitations because you're streaming it from the cloud. And so all of that is being stored in our data centers. So that is one of the unique benefits. I know that there's been a lot of press about this games being really, really big, and how do you manage, how do you get the expand your storage on your, you don't have to worry about that at Stadia. That's all happening in the cloud. And so you have enough storage for all the games that you want to have.
That's great. And another question coming in is, what percentage of Stadia users play games on mobile? So, uh,
Yeah, we've been really impressed as with the more Android devices that we have enabled. That's where we've been focused today. That the definitely mobile gameplay is definitely something that gamers are enjoying. I can't get into specific numbers, but we do anticipate that as we onboard sort of the iOS experience, that should increase as well.
another question, Jonathan, is the kind of different games that you guys are introducing on Stadia, is it to suit the audience in different countries, or the kind of interaction or experience you guys have been gaining?
Yeah, I mean, I think if I understand the question correctly, it's, are we looking at new gaming experiences that can enable different countries? Is that the question?
That, and are different games made available on the platform to suit the audience in different countries, basically?
Yeah, I mean, we're constantly looking at the type of games that are being played in the countries that we are in, and looking into, and trying to match the content to the audience, because that's really important. And so, yes, we're definitely looking at that, looking at that data, and helping that drive our process for partnerships.
Okay, and I guess this would be one of our last questions. Which kind of devices are used most to access Stadia?
I think right now, really popular on television, on on uh, on computers as well. The computer experience is very just seamless. Again, just with Chrome, click a button, you're immediately into a game. And you don't need to bring any hardware to do that. You can play on mouse and keyboard. You can plug in a controller that you already own, and so that experience has been very popular with the gamers on our platform. On television, it does need to be a cast-enabled device. So the easiest way to do that is to plug in a Chromecast, and you will need our controller to play on that platform. So there is a little bit more of a requirement there. And so we do find that currently, that's where the majority of players are playing. So primarily on computer, but also people are enjoying television a lot as well. But as we are enabling gameplay on more Android devices, and as we're looking to expand to iOS, we do anticipate that will bring in a good amount of people too.
Great. So, with that, I guess we're close to closing this session. Do you have any final closing words that you would like
Yeah,
to communicate?
yeah. Just want to thank everyone for coming to the session, and listening to and learning a little bit more about Stadia. If you have any questions about it, please feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn. Um, and I'm happy to share more details if there are more specific questions that people have.
That's great. Thank you so much, Jonathan, for being with us today. I would like to conclude the session by thanking our speakers, all our delegates, our partners, and our supporters for making Ghetto 2020 possible. Once again, thank you so much for being with us. Have a great day.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye bye.